So this part of the video is going to be kind of a little bit of homework. Now, I'm going to show you 2 Chronicles chapter 2. And this is the king of Tyre meeting up with Solomon and them putting together all the things that are going to go into the temple. And it talks about the stone cutters, it talks about all the woods, the linens, the merchants, men that they're going to need to come and do all the woodworking and gold overlaying. And you can kind of go from 2 Chronicles chapter 2, pretty much I think up through 7 or 9, something like that, through the chapters. And you'll see the continuousness of just how much they put into this temple. And remember, he's meeting with the king of Tyre. And if you go to Ezekiel, back to Ezekiel 27, where it talks all about Tyre, and it talks about all the different things they sell and sold in Tyre. And if you look up into the information of Tyre, Tyre was an island that I think it was Alexander the Great came and he took over the island, but it took a lot of work. He had to, I think, build a bridge out to it just so he could overtake it. So it must have been a very well fortified and very powerful little city. And I think that you can find the ruins of it still exist today, and it's pretty much just like a dock. You know, that's it. I think the city got pretty much leveled. But if you go to the next chapter, Ezekiel 28, now it talks about the king of Tyre, and he talks about how great he thinks he is, you know, and how he was, and the black, like an Antichrist type figure, because I mean he speaks that he was wiser than Daniel and things like that. So you have to go over it to see, but that's not the point of this. So when you're looking at 2 Chronicles chapter 2, you'll see that that chapter, you take all the things that they're putting into the temple itself, and then you go to Revelation 18 and you see all the things that were being listed, all the gold, the silver, the frankincense, myrrh, stones, pearls, gold. You know, it goes through all of it, and you'll see the exact list of all that stuff is going to be in this 2 Chronicles. And what really caught me onto this was because I was talking with somebody else, and they were talking, I think, about Exodus 25, when it talked about things that were supposed to go into the tabernacle with Moses. And I looked at all that list and I said, wow, that looks very, you know, Mystery Babylon-esque, you know. So then I started comparing, and then all of a sudden all these things kind of came to me, and it was kind of like a reveal. And I started realizing that Jeremiah and Isaiah and Ezekiel all talk about this warning that is constantly a theme for them all the way through their books, and how they're trying to pull Israel out of this sense that they're in. And I've been wanting to do this video for a very long time, and I know it's going to be there's so much information. It's what do you put in, what do you leave out? So I'm trying to just put the main core of it, you know, main things you can find. But you can go through Jeremiah from beginning all the way up to 30. I mean, you could just sit there and look at every single chapter is almost, you know, it talks about adultery and the things that are going to happen and the prophets, and it's so full of information. You have to see it. And what the point of this is now, this came to me at 5 o'clock this morning. I woke up out of a dead sleep, and it was the one thing the first thought that crossed my mind when I woke up. So I said, you know what, it's time, I got to get this information out. Leeland Jones put out a video today also, and I grabbed some screenshots of what he was putting down, and he went to Israel 365, and he was showing articles they had online and the wording that's in them. And that is a key component to what's going to be coming in the future. You know, they're talking about, I don't know if they were talking specifically about the 7 Noahides, but he was talking about it in his video. I'm going to post a link to that, and I'm going to try to put the links for these, the 2 Chronicles at least, and you can look up, you know, and compare that with Revelation 18, and then I'll put the Ezekiel 27, you know, woe to Tyre, and you can see that they are the great merchants who are mourning for Mystery Babylon because nobody was going to buy their merchandise anymore. So either America, I believe, is either Egypt, or they are like a tire style figure in this. But when I show that, what is it? I think it's Jeremiah. No, it's Ezekiel 23, and it talks about the two sisters, and it talks about how one of them was. It's definitely a representation of like a spiritual thing, and almost like Hosea. And you could see that they were having the soldiers lust after them, and that I think is kind of like America. Like America's the soldiers that these sisters are using. You know, they're trying to use their flattery and all their glitz and glamour to pull these soldiers in to do their work. Other than that, I mean, I'll try to just add in a little bits here and there if I can, but that's the gist of it. You have to look at these scriptures and read them and see, and you'll see that Revelation 18 and 2 Chronicles and Ezekiel 27, those three are like a trifecta of things that just show what's going on and who I believe Mystery Babylon is. America, yes, we are going to get some serious punishment on our end for doing the bidding of them, but it's going to come probably from somebody else like China, and you know, because it's going to be like armies are going to go going against each other around the world. You know, it's going to be a lot of Babylons. You know, it's the spirit of Babylon. It's like I said, it's a lot of information. How do you put this all down into, you know, it would literally take at least an hour. If I have more, I'll put more to it. So God bless, guys. Please, any questions, comments, leave them. I will get back to you. I will answer anything. If anybody has anything they want to put forward to help with this process, you know, to show others, to show me, please lay it down. So God bless, guys. Stay strong. We know the storm's coming. We just don't know which way the wind's going to be blowing and how it's going to happen. So, all right.